Hi, dear. Oh, goodness. Hi, dear. You having a good night? Oh my god, I hear myself so much louder. Dumbies. I was, nice, you're existing. I was debating whether I should, um, take the dumpies away or not. And I was like, I'll leave them for at least one more stream and put them in really funny spots. Perfect timing. I'm just coming home from the family dinner. Yay. Hope you had a good dinner, Folly. So I was messing around with audio stuff just a little bit. I basically just upped the gain a little bit. Um, Normally I don't like upping the gain too much because, I upped the gain a bit too much and it just becomes kind of blast sound. But I think this is good. I don't have to talk as loud. It was just stopping by to say hi, but I was sticking around for like 2.5 hours. That'll happen. That'll happen. That's how family meetings, family dinners happen. Doggos. Yeah, doggos. What kind of dogs were they? What kind of dogs does your family own? Sorry. Oh. Oh. I see. There's one really fluffy one. I think the other one's also fluffy. I remember one of them. I know one of them is really fluffy. Let me see. No. No, they're both fluffy. Okay, one's fluffier. The other one is like still fluffy, but not the fuzzy kind. Oh no, they are the fuzzy kind. The other one's like the fur kind, the long fur. 30-pound mutts. They're only 30 pounds. I thought they were like really big dogs. Unless 30 pounds is a really big dog. One is long haired, yes, and one is short haired. I saw, yes, okay. One is a miniature shepherd. Really? Miniature? God, from this image, I thought they were like really big. Oh, really? Okay. I don't know what dogs normally weigh. I assumed that like maybe the heaviest dogs were like, I don't know, 100 pounds, and maybe like normal, medium, large sized dogs are like 50 pounds. I guess I'm overestimating how heavy dogs are. Smaller than you think. Okay. I guess I'm overestimating how heavy dogs are. Whoa, 120 pounds. Wait, that dog's literally heavier than me. Lumen Sense, thank you for the follow. Maybe I should turn that on. Maybe I should turn the alerts on, but just really crank down the volume. I think that's a good idea. That works. That works, right? I think that works. Okay. Dog was literally heavier than 3 members of the family. Hey, your heavy families. It's hilarious because he used to think he could drag everyone around, and I weigh like 200 pounds. Some dogs can be really big, others ridiculously small variety. Yeah, that's what happened with doggos, isn't it? Yeah, dogs are come in all shapes and sizes. The dog couldn't drag the Folly, who was twice the weight. So, I wrote a to-do list this week to do some things. I've completed some of them, and I've added a few more things. onto the list. One of the things was, I just realized, ooh, that's not good. You can't hear anyways. Let's do this. Someone remind me to, yeah, I'll do it myself. I'll remind myself. I'm bad at that, but whatever. Next stream, if I'm not doing ASMR, you might hear double alerts audios. Right now, it's okay. What was I saying? I made a to-do list, right? One of the things was grab a bunch of items related to ASMR stuff, and I was able to find some, but not all. And so I was trying to look for 3 things. I was trying to look for a like a small jar and or a globe of water, or like a glass globe, a small glass jar or something like that, so I could fill it up with water and like swish, like slosh it around. I did not find one that was empty. I have some that still have like stuff in them. Like I have a mustard jar that's really small. If I can finish up the mustard eventually, then I'll use that. And what else? There was also a toothbrush. Now, I need to go grab a new toothbrush because I'm not using an old toothbrush. That's just kind of gross. So I have a toothbrush here, and I grabbed the ones that we probably wouldn't use. They're, you know when you go to the dentist, and the dentist gives you a toothbrush? Well, I have some toothbrushes from when I was a kid that the dentist gave. So they're like kids' toothbrushes. And because of that, they're like, I wouldn't use these to brush my teeth right now, just because they're, number one, they're way too soft and they'll probably break easily. And number two, they're just way too small. So it would be a pain in the ass to actually brush my teeth with them. So I decided to use these. So right now I've got a toothbrush here. It's got a picture of some kid playing soccer on it. But that's the sound it makes. Yeah, that's the sound it makes. So got a toothbrush, which is good because I didn't have a toothbrush before. I feel like I'm missing something. What did my... Okay, and then the last thing was a like coarse brush, like a really, really rough brush. I saw some, and I was like, that is too big. That is way, way, way too big. And it makes sense. Usually coarse brushes are pretty big. I'm gonna need to find something a bit smaller, because that is like, it was like bigger than my hand, kind of big. And while it's usable, I can't really keep it on my desk all the time, which is what I'm trying to do right now. I just have stuff just kind of strewn about in front of my desk. So that's not gonna work. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, that's my progress report. I've been away for a bit. It wasn't really that long. It was like I was streaming on Monday, and then like I wanted to stream during the week a little bit earlier, but I was like sleeping weird times, and then also I had planned to stream on Thursday actually. So this Thursday I was planning to stream, and when I was about to, like 4 hours prior to when I was planning to actually stream, Violet pulled me on to play some. Yeah, Violet pulled me on to play some. What was it? Streets of Rogue. I need to put the mic a little closer. This sounds a bit better. Okay, that's better. But yeah, Violet pulled me on to play some Streets of Rogue. And I was like, Cool, cool, cool. Um, it was really fun. Got pulled into gaming. Yeah. Got pulled in with Tier as well. That game's fun. The game is really, really fun. Especially if you go like, especially if you like kind of organize with who's playing what, at least somewhat. Then you get some really funny things going on. I didn't get pulled. I invited myself. True. You're always welcome, Tier. You're always welcome. Womp womp. Oh, I was what was I saying? I always see. Here's the problem with me. I always think of stuff to talk about when I'm just alone, just thinking to myself, right? Maybe something happens during the day, and I'm like, ooh, I want to talk about this later on stream, and then I never bring it up because I just forget. I just completely forget, and it's like, oh god, why did I forget? I'm gonna grab some objects while I hold on. What does this sound like? I'm actually very curious. Chopstick. Oh, that's not that bad. It's too bad I only have a one-sided one mono audio mic, because this would sound much better if you would, had it in both ears or different ears. Yeah, I write it down, but I don't feel like writing down conversation prompts. That just sounds but like also I probably should. I feel like writing down conversation prompts is like, yeah, but also, God, that is like, Oh yeah, I do have a notepad on my phone. That's actually where my to-do list is. It's on my phone, in my notes pad. Very good. It's actually been very useful. I've been able to get stuff done that I normally would just forget. It's really nice. I should make it more of a habit. Randomness, thanks for the rars. Rar. 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 Oh wait, doesn't, what the? Rar. Why is it not working? That's odd. Hold on 1 second. I should have a zoom button. Rar. Oh lord. What's wrong? Are you okay? My hairpin, fuck you. Oh god, it went to the void. And randomness stole my hairpin. It is now gone to the void. What? How could you? How could you do this to me? Nah, I'm kidding. Why is my zoom button not working? That's odd. Oh, hold on. Hold on. There we go. I'm in the wrong scene. I was like, why can't I zoom? Also, my zoom's not even in the right place, so whatever. It doesn't even work. Hi down there. How you guys doing? Ooh, today I had, today I woke up at like weird early time. Actually, no, I didn't wake up. I just didn't sleep. So this morning I didn't sleep at all. And, I was up at like, I think I like went to bed for like an hour between like 1 and 2, and I woke up at 2, and then I tried to go back to bed, and I got distracted like 4 times, so then it became 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m., and we got some Indian food, which is real nice. We had butter chicken for lunch, by the way, so we got like some butter chicken, we got some what was it called? We got a mutton biryani, which I don't know what that means, but I assume it's something to do with rice because it came with rice. It was also sort of like a weird fried rice, I think. It wasn't really fried. It was more just like seasoned rice. And also some just some chicken. And it was good. It was really good. Really, really, really good. I love butter chicken. Butter chicken is like really, really good. Whenever I tell people, or whenever I mention to people about butter chicken, they get very confused because they assume butter chicken means literally butter, literally chicken. Like, I don't know, it's like cooking chicken in like butter or something. I think that's what they assume it means. But like, it's not. Butter chicken has very little to do with butter. It doesn't even have butter. It has ghee in it, I think. At least I think so. But it's like, it's very misleading. It doesn't mean what it sounds like. Butter chicken is like a spicy, can be spicy. Usually it's spicy. It's like a spicy sort of like, okay, how do I explain this? It is a mix of spices and stuff that turns like this sort of like sauce that's really like red orange. It's very like sweet and creamy and spicy. And usually they put like big chunks of like chicken breast in it that they marinated in, I think, buttermilk or something like that. Something along those lines. They marinate it in something beforehand. And then they cook it all together. And then you get this big, I don't know, this big just sauce pool with chicken in it. Like big cubes of chicken. And it's really, really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's extremely good. Tastes great. Oh, I think coconut milk is a big component of it. Or like coconut butter or something. Because it has like mild coconut undertones. Big sauce pool, basically. No, not that kind of sauce pool. No tier, bad tier. No spilling glue here. I'm tying up your hose line. No glue spilling. No glue spilling in the big sauce pool. That's my lunch. Oh, there it is. I found my other brush. I got very confused. I'm just gonna grab this toothbrush. Actually, I have a curious question. If I remove my pop filter, how do I sound like? Do I sound any different? A little bit. Hello? Womp womp womp. Sounds mildly different. I'm not sure. Whoa, sorry. Please do not tie a knot in my hose. That's a horrifying thought. Why not? Why not? Do you not want your hose tied? Fine, I'll just like, I don't know. You know how cock rings work? I'll just do that. Punch the shit out of that mic. Just. I am scared of this thing hitting me in the head. Is there a way to? I'm just gonna leave it up there. It's gonna levitate there. Why I'm so scared is my pop filter. How I bring it off is I just sort of like. I just sort of lift it up. I rotate it off on the pivot point. The pivot point is literally like screwed on. It's how you expect every other like screwed on thing works. So right now I unscrew it a tiny bit to take it away from me, which means that if I'm not careful, that could try and fall back down on my face and just hit me in the head. Get with a clown and they tie your hose like a balloon animal. Oh no. And then it starts blowing up by itself. It's self It's self-inflating. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say self-inflating. That's a horrible implications. That has very bad implications. I don't want it self-inflating. Please don't. Oh, this actually sounds different. That's nice. The back of the toothbrush it sounds like this. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, the front of the toothbrush sounds like this. You can kind of hear it's sort of more bristly, right? My hose is already self-inflating though. Exactly, that's why. It's because it's your hose that's self-inflating. It's really warm in my room, and my hands are already kind of like sweaty, which is the problem because I don't like sweaty hands. Sweaty hands is the issue. Anyone else get sweaty hands? I didn't used to. But I think as I got older, my hands and even my feet, I don't know. It's very odd. I know my sister has like sweaty appendages. She tends to have very clammy hands, and for the longest time, I didn't have clammy hands, right? So it'd always be like, ew, clammy hands. And then now I'm like, God, why are my hands clammy? This is weird. What's wrong here? Wait, what'd I say? What'd I say? Don't talk about your sister's sweaty appendages. Bruh moment. Bruh. Oh, what I was supposed to look for, the last third thing. I was looking for a like a sponge, but like not like those like soft sponges. I needed a hard sponge. I needed a sponge that if I squeezed it, it would make noise. Couldn't find one. All the sponges in the house were non-crunchy sponges. I needed a crunchy sponge and I couldn't find it. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's my adventures of finding stuff and failing to find stuff. Yeah, basically that's it. It's just just my inability to find things properly, or at least things that aren't close enough. You know how easy it would be though if I used like makeup stuff, because if I had makeup stuff, half the stuff you use for makeup is very it's very like audibly nice sounding. The globes that I was talking about, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's like an actual like product. It's supposed to have something inside of it, right? And I'm pretty sure that's like a makeup thing. Same with the brushes. A lot of the brushes, like coarse brushes and stuff like that, they tend to be things like mascara brushes. Those are like coarse brushes, I think. Maybe. I'm pretty sure. I don't do makeup, so I have no idea. You'll have to ask someone that actually does makeup. And for soft brushes, you know, that's also a thing that's like easy to get. Mascara brushes are just short pipe cleaners. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe I can find some Maybe I can find some pipe cleaner things, and those could work. Maybe. Perhaps. Maybe, I don't know, I think... I don't know if I have pipe cleaners. I might. I know we used to have some. I'm not sure anymore. Yeah. Okay, now it's suddenly too cold. What the fuck? This feels weird. The AC will turn on and then like, oh, I have AC, so which is really nice. It still gets really hot in my room though, because my room is upstairs, and you know when you're higher elevation, you get more warm air. Blah 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 blah. Right. That's why living in apartment buildings. If you're living in like the higher parts, the higher rooms or whatever, the higher apartments, it gets real hot. But what was I saying? I wish I had Pahi's ability to go tangential and then like come back to what he was talking about, because I don't. I go tangential, forget what I was talking about originally, and then totally forget I was talking about on my tangent as well. I'm in this 3rd floor apartment. Damn. See, you're like the 3rd floor apartment, and like as you go up, it gets like ever so slightly worse every single time. One time I visited one of my friends who lives in like 7th floor, 8th floor apartment or something like that, and he was like near the top, and it was like, oh my god, this place is hot. Like this is really really hot. What the fuck? It's like they opened the door. It was just like oven. It felt like oven. This was like during the fall. It was like 15 degrees or something like outside. I walked in and I swear it was probably like 25. So it was like a 10 degrees difference in this. It was like a 10 degrees difference in this like higher up apartment room, and I was like, what the fudge? I'm like scared of my I don't think I should be scared, but I'm scared of my like my wind gate, which I'm rubbing stuff against. I'm scared of it breaking. I don't think it would break. It's like a foam thing, and as long as I'm not like absolutely wrecking the shit out of it, like beating it up or something, then it should be fine. But I'm still scared, because I know these are easy to replace. They're like cheap as fuck, but still, I'm just don't. I'm like, I don't want to break it because I don't want to go through. I don't want to have to go through the pain of and like the annoyance of going to like Amazon or something and like finding another Windygate to buy, and then having to wait for it to ship or whatever. And you know, it's like, it's not the price that's the problem, it's having to go and do shit if I were to break it. That's also why a lot of my things that I own don't break, because I'm just like, if I break this, then you know it's gonna be a pain in the ass to reacquire. So I'm just not gonna break it. So I tend to be very careful with things. Like I'm so careful. So I know I'm so careful to the point. I've had 3 different phones in my lifetime. My first phone, its screen never broke. I actually still have it around somewhere. I think it's in the drawer. But my first phone's screen never broke. I owned it for like 2 years, I think. I owned my first phone for 2 years. I got another phone. I owned that one for another 2 years, or 2 or 3 years. I think 3 years. I owned that for 3 years. Its screen did break. However, it only broke once in one small spot. And you know, when phone screens break, they tend to like keep breaking, right? They break in one spot and then the crack like spreads. So like it was like it was like a tiny chip in this corner, but like it slowly spread to being like an entire crack on the side. But before it could like totally break, I water damaged it. so the phone got water damaged. So I had to get a new phone. And then I got this phone, which I have right now. So I've had this phone for I think a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And the phone is pristine. The phone is pristine. There are no cracks. There are there are no cracks. There are no I don't know. There's no breakage like at all. The phone is just completely safe. I have seen so many people with phones, and their phone is like absolutely annihilated. And I'm like, how did you treat your phone? What happened to your phone that this happened? Did you like drop it off a building? Like, did you drop it off a building 4 times in a row in the same day? Is that what happened? What happened? The only time I've ever broken something like that fast and was I think I was in middle school, and I just got a new pair of glasses, and I tried to do a cartwheel outside, but the grass was uneven. There was like a hill. There's like a very, very small hill in the grass that it's like hard to see. It's hard to see like height differences in grass, right? So I cartwheeled. I've never broken this phone screen. That's pretty cool. That means you're careful. Either that or it means you don't have a phone, which I'm pretty sure that's not the latter. Don't get how people do it. I can I can see how people can break their phone screens, right? Maybe it falls the wrong way and falls straight on its face. I don't understand how people can break their phone screens so badly though. Like horribly. Just like the entire screen, you can barely see past the screen because it's all just cracks. Everything's all distorted. It's just really bad. And I'm like, what the fuck? But back to the glasses thing. I was trying to do a cartwheel, and unfortunately, the ground was slightly uneven where I was trying to do it. There was like a hill. There was like a slight hill. So when I planted the first hand down, right, I was expecting when I planted my second hand down that the ground would be the same level. I was wrong. My second hand was about 2 to 3 inches higher when it landed. So I hit this piece of dirt in the ground about like 0.5 seconds earlier than I thought I would, or something like that. I just wasn't expecting it. You know when you're walking down the stairs in the dark or something like that, or you're walking down some stairs and you're not looking, and you're at the last step, and you step down, right? But you don't realize you've finished walking down the stairs. So then you try and take another step, and you think you're going down. So you take this weird angle step, and you kind of like trip. That's what happened, but with my hands. And also, the rest of my body is straight up in the air. So instead of cartwheeling, I ended up just crumpling to the ground with my legs, like my legs were straight above me. Like if you were to go like if you were to imagine like an upside down person, like perfectly upside down, that was me at that moment. And then my arms crumpled under me, right? Because I was like so confused. I fell on my face, so like kind of like the side of my head and my face, and the glasses on my head, like one of the arms bent. Luckily it didn't like completely break, but one of the arms bent, and it bent at such a weird angle and location that when we were trying to take it back to get it fixed, they couldn't fix it because the metal was really strong. This is like heavy duty glasses or something like that, because at the time I was playing a lot of sports, so they recommended me get like a really heavy duty frame that's like really strong. Well, fuck that apparently, because first day I used them I fucking died and my glasses bent, and I just had to live with like bent glasses I had to live with slightly bent glasses for about a year or two. I tripped with my phone in my hand and threw it at the wall because I let go to catch myself. Screen didn't break. Did break several pairs of glasses as a kid. Kind of happens when you're in sports. Yeah, it does. Exactly. What was I gonna say? But yeah, that does happen. It does happen. But those fucking glasses, it was so stupid. They broke these heavy-duty glasses, like strong, like thick-framed glasses, bent. Right? They didn't snap. So I guess they were heavy-duty, but they bent. And then because they were strong glasses, they couldn't bend it back. It was too strong to bend back. So my face bent it, but they couldn't. When I went to go get it repaired, they couldn't bend it back. It was so dumb. It's like it worked against itself. Eventually, my mother invested in a pair of sports glasses with a thick plastic frame and thick lenses. Those never broke, but they sure got stretched to all hell. What sport did you play? What kind of sport did you play? Because I did badminton, and for the most part, okay, so for the most part, you would think if you're playing badminton, you would get shot in the face a bit, and to some degree that is true. But at a certain point, after you've played badminton for like a fuck ton of time, I think it's especially because it's badminton. But once you've played badminton for like a long enough time, if the shuttle is coming at your face to the point that it would hit you in the face, you just wouldn't get hit in the face because either one, you would hit it back from your face, or two, you would just get out of the way kind of deal. Because if the shuttle hits your body, it is considered the enemy's point. So you're kind of like eventually sort of like kind of pick it up that you want to avoid ever touching the shuttle, that it's including your face. So I've had a lot of times where shuttle's coming straight at my face from a smash, and like my head will like flip off to the side as it's coming at my face, and I'll try and hit it. Usually that fails because the angle is really bad. Trying to hit something that's straight at your face is really hard, especially if you're trying to dodge it. But sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. But I barely ever got hit in the face. I think I got hit in the face only twice, and both times it was like the edge of my glasses, basically where it wouldn't have hit my head anyways, because like glasses kind of stick out of your head to the side, right, a little bit. So it hit like the very edges where technically it would have just scraped by my head if I wasn't wearing glasses. Baseball, soccer, you played a lot of stuff. Damn, you're a sportsy kid, huh? Baseball, soccer, basketball, flag football. Never heard of flag football before. Volleyball. I was in sports year round. Damn, that's crazy. I did badminton. That was it. It's the only sport I was good enough to actually do stuff in. Well, okay, no, that's not true. I was good at volleyball, but I was too short. That's the problem about sports and being short. If you are short and you're trying to do a sport, and that sport is something that doesn't require you, but it's much more advantageous for you to be taller, like volleyball or basketball or something like that. Even if you're really good at it, I think, I feel like high school coaches or whatever, right? High school gym teachers, whoever is organizing the sport, right? The teacher organizing the sport tends to be very biased. They always pick the bigger person. Even if you are literally better, they tend to pick the bigger person. It only happens that it's more even ground when you're playing a sport that doesn't really require a larger height, like soccer or like badminton. And even those being bigger is still technically an advantage. So you often find sports teams end up being a lot of tall people. Excuse you, Ursel, I am short. Or does that mean you're just better? That just means you're better then. You should be proud of that. The Phelps problem, is that what it's called? I didn't do any sports in high school. Burnt out on life. Damn. Mood. Yo. Burnt out on life, gang, already? Let's go. Okay, let me use a different tool. Hope that doesn't hurt you. Hope that doesn't hurt your ears. I do have to kind of blow it off because some of it does start scraping off, and I have like black dust on me now. Michael? Michael? Is that Michael or Michelle? I'll assume by the spelling, I'll go by with Michelle. Mike, never mind. Hello, Nasu. Wait, Nasu? A different Nasu? Not Nasu. I know a Nasu. Doesn't. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Is this the same Nasu or is this a different Nasu? Let me catch up on chat. Michael Phelps is a mutant, and that's pretty much why he's good at swimming. Blow in my ear, baby bear. Tira, I thought you didn't like ASMR stuff. Hi, Pulpy? Hi, Pulpy. Hello, the imposters are behind you. Shit. Oh no. Gotta hide. Gotta hide from the imposter. Am I hidden? Why did I grow? What the fuck? Did I hide from the imposter? Are they gone? No, they're still there. No, they're still there. Okay, I'll hang out over here for a bit. But yeah. Oh, swimming. I also did swimming. Although, to be fair, okay, here's the problem. So this is a funny thing. Maybe I'm making excuses, but this is the only thing I can think of why I ended up so bad at swimming. So there's only okay. So maybe I'm just rationalizing, right? But when I was little, so I learned to swim when I was little. Went to swimming lessons and stuff like that, and I was a pretty good swimmer. Like, I wasn't a bad swimmer. I was pretty fast. I was good. I never went under. Blah 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 blah. I think I did that until I was about 8 or 10 years old. Whoa, holy shit! Natsu, thank you for the raid. Oh, that's why you're here. That makes so much more sense. Natsu raid. Bandy's here to heal you. Oh, yeah, let's go. Here, let me show you out. That makes so much more sense. This makes so much more sense. Hi guys, did I type that right? Oh my god, it's confusing. Yes, there we go. You're also doing ASMR. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi Raiders. Hi. Thanks for the raid, Nasu. Thanks for bringing your community over here. I'm Ursula. I'm Teddy Bear VTuber. Yeah. Technically, I'm a Teddy Bear Polar Bear Fusion VTuber, but yeah. Here, let me actually get back to a normal spot. What the fuck am I doing here? Yoink. Yoink. Hi. Hi. You're a bear? Hi, bear. Yes, I'm a bear. Rawr. Cow. I love your model. Thank you. I made it myself. Mogus twerking. Yeah, so like a week ago, I drew a bunch of Amogus dumpy emotes for 3 friends, and one of them hates it. So the one in the corner over there hates it. It's great. I love it. It's so funny. Kimo, thanks for the follow. The one in the corner up in the top, upside down, hates it. He absolutely despises it. It's hilarious. The other 2 love it. It's great. You made it? Yeah, I did. Drew it myself. Took me 4 months. Bear 2 bear friends. Yo, I love being bears. Yo, bears? Oh my god. Holy shit. I'll read the follows later. Let that follow through. You confuse me, but Among Us twerking. Can we get another Among Us? Maybe. I don't have any more. I only have 3. Unless you want like a duplicate. I can't believe I'm watching SCP-1048. Which one's that one? What's 1048? Which one is this one? Hello, Nasu. By the way. Yeah, thanks for bringing your community over. I totally forgot if I said that. I'm actually gonna quickly pull up your Nasu. I just want to check. I just want to personally just check out what you're doing. Ooh, cute. Getting cock for real, yeah. Everybody's cock getters here. Welcome, you're now a cock getter. Can I ask pronouns he, him? Yes, he, him. I'm he, him. Did he really say that? What? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. No. He does not say that. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? He doesn't. No, he doesn't say that. He says getting caught. But it's cut right before he says, right before he enunciates the T. So it just says getting cock. It's hilarious. I thought it was Teddy/Bear. Yeah, you're right. It's Teddy/Bear as well. Posture check. Thank you for the posture check. I'm gonna bring my mic up. He, him. Interesting. I decided be bear. Getting cock. No, Keanu's not getting cock, because Keanu already has all the cock. Keanu already has all the cock, so therefore he does not need no more cock. It's you who is getting the cock. Cyberpunk from Keanu is hilarious. Here, I'll catch up on follows in a second. Nice. Also, I'm checking. I'm like looking at your I'm looking at your stream right now. I have desktop audio turned off so I can just like watch. Womp. Nice. Cool nurse. Cool nurse go burr. Oh, thanks to the hydrate. Philly. Also before, right? Don't be weird, Chat Aerosol. You can be slight weird champs here. I'm pretty weird champ myself. Don't go any super weird though. There will be limits. I'll tell you if you go too far. Don't worry about it. What's your favorite video game? Talking to me or talking to Nasu? I did a mommy stream today. I did notice that. That was the title. To me, favorite video game, probably Monster Hunter, and I think specifically World. Monster Hunter series is really fun. I've actually not played it in a while, and I kind of want to get back into it with Sunbreak. And I have a friend who is playing Sunbreak right now. Only issue, she's in France, and its time zones are weird, so it's not really that often I get to ever see her awake at the same time. Okay, let me quickly catch up on follows. I never played Monster Hunter. Fun game, very hard to pick up. Actually, not the hardest to pick up. Rise is pretty easy to pick up, honestly. Controls are hard to pick up, but once you get used to them, they're pretty good. Okay, Kimo, thank you for the follow. Pretty sure I already said that, but Josh Rose Silent, thank you for the follow. Eskimoish, thank you for the follow. Display Quack, Quack. I like quacks. Quacks are funny. Thank you for the follow. Hammy the Great, thank you for the follow. The Bronzy, thank you for the follow. Gaming with Kevin, thank you for the follow. Nasu, thank you for the follow, and also thank you for the raid. Alex Wander, thank you for the follow. Doug Dimmadome, not Doug Dimmadome. Demonte, thank you for the follow. Philly, thank you for the follow, and Just SMT also, thank you for the follow. I don't normally have to catch up like that. The real issue is you have it on Switch and not PC. Lapis has it on Switch too, so that's not a problem there. But yes, it is a problem for literally everyone else who's playing Monster Hunter on PC. I think bear are white or black. Okay, technically both, right? Polar bears have dark skin, but their fur is white. So theoretically I should have dark skin, but you know, no, just no. Easy to pick up, but hard to master. Yes. Honestly, when I was playing World, and I think, okay, here's the thing, World and Rise are very, here, let me actually get the brushies back. World and Rise are very beginner friendly in comparison to the other Monster Hunter series games. Number one, because they're new. Number two, because they are specifically meant to be easier to learn. Not easier, I think they might be built easier too, but they're easier to learn. Yeah, much more clear mechanics and stuff like that. Quack. If you meet a polar bear, GG, yeah, they're gonna eat you. Polar bears are so big. You know, I actually didn't realize how big polar bears were until I started researching stuff. I was like, oh, polar bears must be like as big as like brown bears or something, like, right? And I was like, no, they're ginormous. Like, holy shit, they're like a good 30-40% bigger than a brown bear. I'm like, holy shit. Have anti-versus one. They're huge. They're so big. They're ginormous, and they're aggressive too, right? Because they have because they're basically top predator in their ecosystem. They just like attack everything they see, kind of deal. There have been like a few videos of like people feeding polar bears and stuff. Not recommended because you know, it's dangerous, but you know, yeah. Just yeah, polar bears are dangerous. Be careful. You won't see a polar bear. I have no shadow of a doubt that 99.9% of people will never see a polar bear. They're just too far up north for that. Maybe if climate change does weird things, if climate change keeps doing weird things, which it probably will, maybe if you like Russians or Canadians might see a polar bear like strolling down the street or something. But until that happens, probably no one's gonna see a polar bear. At least no one here. Musk oxens are also really big. What's a musk oxen? I've never actually heard of that before. Speaking of bears, passed one on the road yesterday. That's yeah, that's. Are you still in Canada, Folly? I live in like city. I live in like city/suburbs Canada, so I don't see many wild animals here. But I know in other places you tend to see a lot of like bears, deers, etc. Moose especially. I'm ready to sleep. Alex Wandero, you should go to bed. I'm being hypocritical because I never go to bed at normal times anyways, but yeah, at 4 a.m. I'm normally also awake, but you should go to bed. 99.4 is 99.4% is pretty too much. There's a fairly small black bear. This is like a 2-hour north of NYC. Okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, that makes sense. You'll meet stuff there too. Bear, car seat sized black bear. Black bears are like medium sized bears. The ones you have to watch out for are the brown bears. The black bears, you know, you still gotta watch out for them, but they're I don't think they're as aggressive. I can't remember. Usually when people talk about bears and being careful, usually they talk about brown bears. Black bears are small. Oh, okay. Am I misremembering? I might be misremembering. Usually when people are talking about bears, it's the brown bears, because the brown bears are actually like dangerous. You know how special animal, just monkey from South Italy. Hey, that's pretty special. Hey, don't disregard the monkey. The monkey, that's pretty fucking cool. I've never seen a monkey in my life. 4 a.m. in Denmark. Where's Denmark? Denmark. That's somewhere in Europe. Denmark. Sweden? Sweden? Like Denmark and Sweden? Is that right? Denmark. Yeah. I'm unsure. I don't know my European geography. 9C something. Thank you for the follow. Sweden? Did I mistake? I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't know my European geography. I honestly I don't know my geography in general. My geography is pretty bad. I believe black bears just act big and noisy. I think that's for most bears. You never run away from a bear because that means they have the incentive to chase you, and bears outrun you really easily. Ooh, no, you're right here. No, it's a joke. Monkeys are people. Oh, that's funny. That makes sense. That's funny. Hey, people everywhere are fucking monkeys. People are dumb. Brown bears are supposed to play dead and hope they lose interest. I'm unsure if that's actually true. I was taught if you see a brown bear to act as big as possible and get a bunch of people to like also try and act as big as possible because they tend to not try and attack groups and or big things. If you meet a polar bear, you are dead. They will attack you no matter what. They are not scared. The polar bears are just not scared. They don't have predators there. I think like the closest thing is they have like orcas, but it's so like uncommon that happens that, you know. Also, you are not an orca, so they just kind of like don't care. Heard them called fat raccoons before. It's not quite true, but they do love our trash. Yeah, raccoons are fun. Raccoons are funny. We see a lot of raccoons here. I think. Wait, okay? Question mark. Question mark? Just question. Do most people see raccoons? I assume raccoons is a pretty generic thing, at least in North America, maybe even South America. I'm not sure, but I had to confirm because I know raccoons is like a big. Just there's a lot of raccoons everywhere. They're basically I never see a raccoon. Really? Okay. So I guess in at least in Denmark there is none. Just call it. Is that Shy Lily? Yeah, that's Shy. That's funny. Just call it. Yeah, just call Lily if you see a polar bear. Exactly. You're so right. No, I've never seen the video of orcs and moose fighting. Holy shit, that sounds interesting. I've definitely seen raccoons. They're adorable. They're also really, really. Oh, so that's the funny thing. Raccoons are like really good at breaking into your trash, except when they're not. Yeah, exactly. Orcas and moose. That sounds insane. We have snake and fox and ship, and ship. Ship. We have foxes here too. We do not have no. We have one. Okay, I know of one snake that we have, but it's very uncommon. It only appears in like forests and stuff like that. If I remember correctly, there was like I learned from somewhere that was like there's two types of snakes. One is poisonous, one isn't. And there's like the only two types of snakes that are like around. So just gotta be careful. I don't remember I genuinely do not remember what the cue was, which one was poisonous, which one wasn't. So I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. If I go into the forest, I'm gonna die. There's no doubt about it. I'll just die. Spoon. What was I saying? Oh, raccoons. So raccoons breaking into trash is such a big problem here that at least in our area, I think this is pretty citywide, but at least in our area, our trash cans now, our compost bins now. So trash cans and recycling bins are still the same. They just have a lid. They're basic like plastic trash recycle bins. But our compost bins, which is usually what the raccoons try and get into, the compost bins now have a lock. So the lock on the top, basically you close the lid and you can turn it 90 degrees and in one orientation. So let's say it's vertical. In vertical orientation, the bin is locked and you can't pull the lid up, and then you flip it to horizontal orientation, and you can lift up the lid. So that's, see, like anti-raccoon, you're supposed to put it down and like lock it every time you close it. Funny thing about that, they actually found out how to open some raccoons. That's the funniest thing. Some raccoons, I heard on the news, some raccoons found out how to open it up. So, oh well. Oh, dog. Thanks to the Reese's sub. Reese's sub? Reese's Pieces. Thanks to the Reese sub for 8 months. Hi, welcome back in. God. Big Navy. Ooh, Big Navy. We have a city that literally is on water. Huh. Italy sounds cool. All the JoJo references. Yeah. That's the funny thing about JoJo. The writer of JoJo, like Araki, right? He actually researched a lot of like actual places. So if you actually read JoJo or like watch JoJo, there are locations, and those locations are real locations that you can go to. It's really neat. I'm sure they're here before JoJo. Yeah, no, very likely. Looking at him in 8 months. Oh, yeah, 8 months. That's crazy. It's almost an entire year. Time to go to sleep. Good night. Have a good night, Alex Wandro. Mwah. Thanks for stopping in. I wonder if Natsu's still around. Hey, Natsu, if you're still around, I hope you have a good night. I don't know what time it is for you. I'm gonna assume it's nighttime, because that sounds right, but I could be wrong. You know how confusing that was? Okay, for those of you who came from Nasu, I have I have an acquaintance. Not really a friend. I don't really talk to them, but I have a acquaintance named Nasu as well, and I was very confused because I was like, wait, Nasu? Did you change your name? What? Wait, no. Are you the same Nasu or are you different Nasu? It was very confusing. I was like, what? Who's this Nasu? There's 2 Nasus. That sounds better. They did the details pretty good. Yeah, they like did it super well. It'll be an entire year. Yeah, hell yeah. Any chance Greenlandic? Was that what topic were we talking about? Who's that? Nasuman. Badong. Who's the Nasuman? Silly. Yeah, for those of you going to bed, hope you have a good night. You're a Nasu issue from Greenland. No, I don't think so. I actually have no idea where they're from, but I'm very certain it's not Greenland. Maybe. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Hey, anyone know if Nasu, where Nasu comes from? What's a common name among Greenlandic people? That's interesting. That's good to know. Hey, that's some neat info that I learned today. Nasu is a common Greenlandic name. I'm off of fly. Make some water. YouTuber Nasu is from America. Oh, okay. You're Nasu. Okay, your Nasu is from America. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that means you're probably good night too. Nasu Maya is also American. I guess it just so happens that they chose Nasu. You can't hear that. God damn it. This is too soft. Too soft. Hey, wait a second, I'll think about that thought myself for later. I was gonna say something and I was like, Is it too soft? Hey, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Not too soft. Also, totally forgot about that SCP comment earlier. SCP-11048. I actually, oh, Glitchy, thank you for the follow. 123 Glitchy. I actually, I'm a really big fan of like, I'm a really big fan of like horror stuff, especially like, there's a very, like a small subsection of horror, like indie horror, like story world building type horror. Big fan. SCP is something I read a bunch of, and I've seen a lot of videos about just talking about them, and it's like really cool. Is this the... Where is the fucking description? Oh, the teddy bear. Wait, is this the same teddy bear I'm thinking of? Ah, yeah, this is the one with the violent. The first one is non-violent. It makes a violent one, and then the violent one makes another violent one. Okay, cool. It's the Builder Bear. Yes, I am the Builder Bear. Don't give me any yarn. I might make some. Don't give me any fabric. I might make a monster. Look into Backrooms content. It's got, yeah, Backrooms. Okay. So far I have looked into Backroom content, right? But so far I'm only on like the shallow stuff. So I am on what's the fuck is his name? I'm on Kane's. No, wait, what was his fucking name? I forgot his name. It's the guy who popularized Backrooms this year. Videos. This is not helpful. This is not helpful. Where's the original one? Well, not original one. Where is the... I forgot the guy's name. It was like Kane something. Fucking... Oh, here. Kane Pixels. I'm familiar with the Kane Pixels backroom lore. Right? So his is like a more simplified... His is like a reimagining, more simplified version of it, but there is a like bigger, wider universe type one, right? SCP is amazing, so much to read or look up. I know, right? And I love the way it's written. It's always written in like a way that you don't understand what's going on until you finish reading the whole thing. And I get, okay, to be fair, after reading a few of those, it gets kind of annoying because you just kind of be like, oh, I want to know what this is. And all you get is like warnings first, which is okay, but you know, I usually, at this point, if you read a lot of SCP, I think a lot of people probably tend to read backwards. They probably read backwards in the documents just because it's easier. It makes more sense that way. It makes more like sense to read it that way. But it's a cooler written like impact reading it the intended way. But it's easier to absorb information and not have to read it twice if you read it backwards. I know there's another teddy bear that heals others. Ooh, that one's cool. That sounds cool. I'm not aware of that one. Idea is that there are hundreds and hundreds of floors. Yes. And each floor is different with monsters and actors. Qualities are all fan-made. Exactly. It is literally, it's basically, yeah, so each floor is, yeah. And that's super cool though, right? That is super cool. I've not delved into that too much. I have seen a few comments here and there about the the original multi-floor one, but really I'm like the most familiar with the Kane Pixel version of Backrooms, which is still super cool, right? It is a reimagining of Backrooms like floor 1, but like really it's a reimagining of Backrooms floor 1, but more in depth, with more like hidden lore stuff and more like real life implication, right? And that's why, honestly, that's why it became so much more popular, because Backrooms has existed for a long time, right? But not many people have heard about it. But, you know, when Kane Pixel made this really, like, spooky, very simple, that's the thing about it, it's very simple. When something is more so, you don't have to be super complicated to make something good. And honestly, half the time, right? Half the time, super complicated things tend to not be very popular because they're just too complicated. It's too hard to wrap your mind around it first time. That's why King Pixel Backrooms is so like, it's so popular. It's so simple, but there's just so much mystery to it. And that draws people in. That draws people in really easily. It's got some good lore. A few good videos that go into some floors and what they do, and which are common to watch. It's kind of cool. Never heard about it either. Yeah. Backrooms is cool. There's been a huge resurgence, not resurgence, there's been a huge like surgence of Backrooms video games on Steam. Some of them are crap, some of them are actually pretty good. I'm sorry if my mic peaks, I'm not used to this. I'm pretty new to this ASMR thing. Yes, it's more elegant. It is very creepypasta, whereas it's extremely creepypasta. Whereas original Backrooms with all the hundreds of floors of stuff, it feels very video gamey. Have you tried Soma? I have watched Soma. Okay, I don't actually play a lot of horror games because I actually get scared really easily. However, I am an avid consumer of like watching horror stuff and reading horror stuff. There's just so much. I forgot that. I forgot that was my.
I got paid, had money, I sleep, I tired. It's 3 a.m. as always. Have a great stream and uppies Zersil, one uppies.
Have a good night, dog. Have a good night, dog. Thanks for the $12 donation. I totally forgot that was my. Donation alert. Oh my god, it's too well. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Oh god. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I punched you guys. I forgot that was my alert. I've watched the entirety of Soma. Soma is very, very existential crisis inducing. Soma is existential crisis inducing, and it's also a very scary game. Soma is very scary. I love Soma. It's got a very clear-cut story, right? But it's like a really good story. I kind of want a Backrooms game where there's nothing but you and the walls, no monster. I think that it actually is the canon. Canon floor 1 technically has no monster, right? And that would actually be pretty cool. Just walking around just forever. Oh. So, this is actually one of the earlier, when King Pixel's Backrooms was still like lifting off, when it wasn't like super popular yet, it was like just moderately popular. Project Zomboid, actually, someone made a Backrooms map where, and if anyone knows what Project Zomboid is a zombie survival game from a bird's eye view. And it's actually really good. It's super in-depth. It's stupid. I don't know why the game is so in-depth for no reason. The game is like stupid in-depth. You need to like actually cook things. You need to like boil water, stuff and things, and it doesn't matter. Let's just say it's a very in-depth zombie survival game. That's like semi-hyper realistic. But it's from like a cartoon, and it's like a cartoon and like a bird's eye view. But anyways, I'm totally going off topic, but they had a Backrooms level made. They had a modded Backrooms level made, and it has nothing in it. It has like it is Backrooms. It is very empty. You find water like every now and then. You barely find food. You're just walking endless hallways. And yeah, like it basically is just Backrooms. I love playing them as well. But I love playing them as well. I wish I had the courage, because I actually really love horror games. I actually want to I kind of want to talk about some horror games in a bit, but let me just catch up on chat. I was not expecting that as an alert. I feel dirty for today. Yeah, good night, dog. That's so funny. I started playing it yesterday. My sister watches me play. That's pretty cool. I also have a sister, and when I was younger, she used to watch me play video games. Sometimes she still does. Sometimes she still comes into my room and watches me play like video games. She watched me play DMC5 a little bit a few days ago, or like last week or something. That was fun. The atmosphere is so creepy. It is super creepy. Oh, Hebe, welcome in, sweetie. How are you doing, cutie? Get out of my room and playing Minecraft. I'm sorry. Do you got games on your phone though? I want to play your games on your phone. How's the Minecraft, by the way? It's like purgatory. Very much need to survive. What's the lore of Backrooms? Do you want official lore, or do you want the like the popular lore? Because popular lore, well, okay, I think okay. To be fair, the lore doesn't change that much, but basically Backrooms is. Yeah, let me read TV's thing first. Where it was patched, very realistic. Ooh, odd. Minecraft realistic. Before it was patched, where you could shovel and eat worms for a living, because apparently worms eat pits. Wait. Oh, you're talking about Project Zomboid. I didn't know you played Project Zomboid. Hebe, you play Project Zomboid? You're talking about Project Zomboid, right? Okay, hit me with both. Okay, they're pretty much the same, now that I think about it. But basically, the whole premise is, there is this other dimension that people keep no clipping into, and I think it's lore accurate to call it no clipping. I'm pretty sure, but you know in video games when you like phase through walls, you call it no clipping. So people in real life are no clipping into this other dimension called the Backrooms, which is like a non-Euclidean space where everything is just weird and there's like monsters around, and yeah, and people die and they're trying to escape and stuff like that. That's the whole deal. It really isn't much to it. Like it's a pretty simple concept. It's really cool. King Pixel's Backrooms, the lore, like the initial lore, is a bit more in depth. Basically, I don't know if this is. I'm pretty sure this isn't canon. It's his canon, right? But there was like an organization that was trying to make dimensional storage, which sounds really cool, right? Like they're trying to like open up a rift in dimensions so they can have more storage space. They're basically making it as a big warehouse, right? They fucked up and they opened the Backrooms and they weren't able to close it. So now bad things are happening. That's the and then it follows the same lore as previous, where people are like no clipping into the Backrooms and they have no way to close it and stuff like that. Sounds like normal IKEA. That is, man, IKEA was the Backrooms all along. God, I can't imagine. Yeah, never played it, just know a lot for no reason. I've played it. I know a bit. Yeah, Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is actually really fun, although it is a very hard game to wrap your head around. The skill curve on Project Zomboid is so stupid. Like, it's so bad. It is super hard to get into. The game does not explain much to you. You have to sort of find like tricks in the you have to find like strategies and tricks yourself just by dying a bunch of times, and like figuring out shit and figuring out what you can do and what you can't do, because like one mistake will legitimately kill you. Like that's like how bad it is. You have to figure out what is safe to do, what you should never do, and what you should do a lot so that you survive. And the game has a stupid learning curve. Basically, unlike the first few days playing Project Zomboid, in-game days, in the first few in-game days, in the first few tries, I played like 20 times or something. No, I don't think that many times. I played like 15 times. Those 15 first times, I would die between 1 minute to, and this is real life time, I would die between 1 minute real life time to 10 minutes real life time. I literally died so fast. This game is supposed to last hours. These games are supposed to last hours. It's like Minecraft. It's like basically it's always hardcore Minecraft. And you know, Minecraft, you can go really long. It's basically Minecraft. And it's so, I died within the first 10 minutes every time, leaning more towards like the 3 minute, 1 minute mark. I would just die. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is so difficult. And after like and like after those 15, I started surviving like maybe a few days in game, which is like a few minutes more, like maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Only recently, well, I guess not recently, it's been a few months, but only like in the last few tries I've done have I actually been able to make myself self-sustainable and last like months in game, which is equivalent to like several hours. It's so hard. The learning curve is stupid hard. They just make a portal to IKEA. Goddamn IKEA, man. You know what else also doesn't give a tutorial and has a high skill ceiling? Understanding? Escape from Tarkov. Do you play Escape from Tarkov? I don't think so, right? Do you just also know a bunch of information about Escape from Tarkov? Do you just also know a bunch of information about this game? To be fair, PZ does have a tutorial for the basic controls. It doesn't give you anything else, so you do still need to learn the game by yourself, which is cool. I like that. Like, it's not handholdy, but at least it gives you the basic controls. That's what you can ask for. Was today not a good night to do this? Maybe not. I ate a bunch of spicy stuff earlier, so my throat kind of hurts. I'll play that 13 FPS before it slowly reloads. Yo, let's go! Shitty PC. laptop moment. Sorry, Hebe. Pat the Hebe. Can I pat you? These are my pats. Just imagine they're pets. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Imagine those were pets. And not ear screeching, destroying whatever those were. Oh. Womp. Stretch. And a stretch. Ooh. That was something in my neck. Barely pets. Loading. Did I just hear a womp? Womp womp. Womp womp. Yeah, you heard a womp. What's wrong? You don't like womps? So like, okay, scary things. I've been binge watching. Okay. So as I said, I'm a person who doesn't really play horror games, right? But I'm an avid enjoyer of like watching horror games. It's actually really hard for me to watch horror games. I get scared very easily. A lot of the times when I'm watching a horror game, I will have to like put the volume down really low, crank the brightness up really high, and then like pause every now and then to like keep myself calm. I'm a scaredy cat, scaredy bear. But I've been recently kind of diving back into FNAF stuff. Now, not canon FNAF stuff. I've been diving into like fan-made FNAF stuff, because actually there's a lot of really good fan-made FNAF stuff. It is like to the point where I'm like, oh wait, this fan-made stuff is just straight up better than the original FNAF. Like, there are some really good games here. Like really good games, especially with the Fanverse initiative, which I feel like some people may have heard about if you're like heard of news in the FNAF community. Scott Cawthon like officially like gave a bunch of game developers, fan-made game developers, like a budget and blah 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 whatever, and like a spotlight. So there's some cool games in there, but there's also a lot of cool games elsewhere, and they're super fucking good. Some of them are really good. They're really creative. Pop, pop, pop. There's some really good gems, yes. Ooh, so there's one. Okay. There's a few of these, right? But there's one that has come out already, and like, it's less popular than it could be because it is one of those. It's one of those misleading things. It's like how Doki Doki Literature Club, is misleading as a normal visual novel, but it's actually like a creepy horror game, right? It's a really creepy psychological horror game. It is similar in that, but it's not that great at explaining that it is a FNAF game, because it shows nowhere on its itch.io page that's what it is. But it's really good. So basically the game is a spiritual sequel to Scott Cawthon's first game. I don't know if it's his first game, but his the game he made before FNAF 1. It's the one where he got criticized for like, oh, these characters are creepy. They kind of look like, animatronics. And he was like, idea, let's make a horror game. But it was that game. It was Chipper and Sons, which was a game about growing trees, growing lumber, managing your lumber farm and stuff, and like talking with people. So it's a game based off that. And this fan game is a spiritual sequel, so it's called Tykes and Sons. And Tykes and Sons is actually really cool. So there is a day and night phase, sort of like Pizzeria Sim. But day phase, you are doing the gameplay of Chipper and Sons. So it's the gameplay of Chipper and Sons. It looks like Chipper and Sons, but it's called Tykes and Sons. And every day, you have a few things you need to do in the daytime, right? There's no time limit, I don't think, but you can go talk to people. You can build animatronics. So the thing is, here's where the thing is. So you build animatronics on the farm, on the lumber mill, to help you automate stuff. You can see where the problem comes in. These are animatronics. And you can also visit people, and they will tell you stories about animatronics that are like, oh, we had this animatronic here like a few years ago, but like one day it suddenly disappeared when we like took it to the mountains and it accidentally fell off a cliff or something like that. And you're like, oh, okay, that's disturbing. And then in the night phase, when you decide to go into the night phase, it is a FNAF 4 type game where you sort of run around and like shine your flashlight at different places, and the animatronics that you buy and or hear about appear in this phase, and it's really scary because it's like, oh, it's so genius. You literally are buying. It's literally Pizzeria Sim where you are, but it's kind of like where you buy Lefty, but it's buying Lefty every single time, and it's super creepy. Oh, that was the whole FNAF floor, and that's more than enough. Yes, that is more than enough, Hebe. That's honestly, if you know the whole FNAF floor, that's honestly kind of insane, because there's a lot of floor. So much gaslighting. What? Sorry? What was the gaslighting? What was the gaslighting in terms of what? Also, Vector, thank you for the follow. I somehow missed that. It's not that complicated. I don't know. I don't know. I would say it's like moderately complicated. There's a lot of dead children's souls that end up in very different machines a lot of the time, and you're like, wait, what was that one again? At some point, I kind of want to, at some point, I feel like I kind of want to have Ovi and myself like drag Mural through like a big timeline of FNAF stuff, through its lore, because Mural is someone who is like not avid on FNAF stuff, and that's totally fine. I get that FNAF is a very like younger generation sort of eye-catching thing, right? It is. FNAF is okay. So FNAF, here's the thing about FNAF. The reason why it's so popular is because FNAF is actually not that scary. In the grand scheme of things, FNAF is not that scary, and that lets it be like more available to people of different ages. It is real Zoomer shit. It is not that scary. In the grand scheme of things, FNAF is not that scary. Things like Outlast, like Silent Hill, those are scary. Those are like actually like really, really scary, right? They're like pure horror, body horror type of stuff. That is more popular with like older people. Well, I say older people, but basically people just like are not teenagers and under. But like FNAF is just scary enough to be like scary, but not so scary that like people who are like kids that are like teenagers or under teenagers, like even kids like that are like 10 or 8 or something like that, they can be like, oh yeah, this is like a cool thing. And it also helps that it's a mascot horror game, right? It's a mascot game. It's literally a spin-off of like Chuck E. Cheese and stuff like that. So it's got some like, I don't know, it has marketable characters. That's the thing. It has marketable characters, and kids love marketable characters. If you can just be like Freddy Fazbear, right? People, it's very iconic. You don't have to specify which Freddy Fazbear. It could be any of them, but it's very iconic, right? The name, the title, the idea. Hebe's into FNAF. I just watched like a 2-hour video one night when I was bored. There's a lot of num num bites. FNAF is a lot of num num bites. It is a lot of num num bites, a lot of scooping, a lot of burning, a lot of burning. Mom Soul gets beat up in the dark, so helps one man, because one man will become a host for all souls, because why not? Whoa, what's confusing? Isn't FNAF 4 scary? Yeah, FNAF 4 is actually quite scary. It is a bit more terrifying in terms of, at least model design, it is a bit more terrifying than the others. It has a bit more terror thrown in. Like, if terror was a like tangible thing, then it has more terror in it than the other FNAF games. The other FNAF games are more like uncanny, uncanny kind of horror, right? 4 is actually very like, it's trying to scare you. Its models are trying to be scary rather than being scary because they look very odd. So just go. So everybody get used to it. Oh no, 3. That's the one you're talking about. Is 3. 3 is let's jump scare you, but jump scaring you only has like minor consequences, and it's also going to happen all the time. That's 3. Literally 3 is, there are ghosts that jump scare you, but you're not actually dead, so you just kind of have to like numb yourself to jump scares. And the worst part, okay, see, I think this is why people don't like 3. There's a big reason people. So FNAF 3 is, in terms of the first 4 games, I don't know about the rest of the games. I'm pretty sure some of the other games are lower rated, but FNAF 3, when the first 4 games came out, was the lowest rated FNAF game. There are many reasons for this. Number one, it got rid of, well, it didn't get rid of, but it kind of like sidelined the main cast of characters, right? So you had these like characters that are scary and you know them, and they sidelined them for a new character, right? And to be fair, like Springtrap is a very iconic character now, but when he first came out, right, it was sort of just like this new thing that we weren't really familiar with. But that's not the problem. I think the main problem, honestly, is the gameplay is kind of weird. Gameplay is neat, right? What was it? You play like noises in different camera rooms to draw the Springtrap away from the office, and if he gets too close, then you have to do that. You have to draw him away, and like every now and then some things will break in the office, so you have to fix them. So you have to devote time to that, which means you can't be, which means you're not on camera, etc., etc. But I think the problem comes in is that this is what I'm talking about, the jump scare thing. Normally in horror games, you get jump scared, or well, I guess in FNAF games, you get jump scared and you die. The act of jump scaring is your punishment, and the act of jump scaring and dying is your punishment for playing poorly. In FNAF 3, literally, even if you play the game like super perfectly, you're gonna get jump scared because that's just how it works. That's just how the game works. You're going to be jump scared. Even if you literally never let Springtrap into your office, you're going to be jump scared, and it kind of numbs yourself to it, because after a while you just kind of get consistently jump scared over and over and over again. And the worst part is, jump scares of the like the not good, the jump scares that don't kill you are actually kind of scarier than the jump scare that does kill you. Springtrap's jump scare is not good. It's he kind of just slides up to the camera. He just sort of slides up to the camera and just stares at you. None of the like violent shaking of FNAF 2 and 1. He just sort of slides up to you, and it's like, why? Why? His jump scare is not scary. His jump scare is the least scary jump scare in the game when it's the only jump scare that actually kills you. It vibed more as a thriller than pure horror to me. Ooh, 4. Oh, you thought it was a thriller. Hey, to be fair, yeah, fair enough. I think honestly, I think FNAF as this whole series in itself is more of a thriller than actual like horror game. It is more of like a thriller game. Okay. Oops. Oops. I'm just flipping the mic thingy because I've been rubbing that side a lot. It's starting to feel different, which is a problem. Yeah, that's my FNAF like talk rant. I don't know. I could talk more, but if I kept talking about FNAF, I would go like crazy. I would go forever. I have a lot to talk about that game. There are a lot of really good fan games though. There are a lot of really good fan games, especially some that are coming out real soon. There's one called Junior that's coming out real soon, and that one has a bit of controversy going on behind it, but like not of the direct team making it. So it's like really cool. It's like fast. Okay, so Junior's okay. This one's actually really nice. So this one's idea is it's Freddy Fazbear's, except it's Phasmophobia. It is Freddy Fazbear's Phasmophobia mixed in together. So the whole deal with that game is there is a haunted animatronic every night, and you need to find out which one is haunted. However, all of them can still kill you. Basically, you have to look at the cameras, look at all the animatronics, and find out which one is acting weird. And by weird, I mean weirder than usual, because they're all acting weird, because they're all killer robots, right? But there's one of them that's haunted, and you have to find out which one it is. So it's like a mix of Phasmophobia and Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's really cool. And you can bring in the animatronics to your office to like, because as the night goes on, they have, I don't know what it's called, but there's a bar that goes down individually on each of them that basically makes it so if that bar runs out, they come and attack you. But you can go and wind them up. Problem is, if you bring in the haunted one, it just straight up kills you. So you kind of have to like detective with it, be like, okay, who's the sus imposter among us? it's yeah, it's Phasmophobia, Among Us, and like FNAF all mixed together, and it actually looks really good. The biggest thing is that like the character models are really scary. They're very, very like wild. They honestly remind me more of like a horrified version of like actual real life animatronic like animatronics, because it has a little bit more like realistic look to it. I watched some FNAF 4 on YouTube, and maybe it was just because condensed YouTube things and whatnot, but I couldn't hear the sound no matter how. Yeah, no, the FNAF 4. Yeah, no, I didn't listen for that. I basically just watched them on low volume, because I was like, okay, if I'm not gonna be able to hear the cues to know when a jump scare is happening, I might as well just like make the jump scare not as scary. I think it's easier to hear it if you're wearing headphones, right? Speakers tends to drown out a lot of smaller sounds. It tends to happen a lot. Not sure why. It's probably got something to do with how sound works, but yeah, speakers tends to drown out smaller sounds, and you only hear the higher sounds. But yeah, no, even when I was on headphones, it's like really hard to hear stuff in FNAF 4, and I was just like, I give up, I'm not gonna listen to it. Yeah, it just ends up being really loud because of that. Okay. Can you guys hear this? I don't know which side sounds better. They sound the same. Wait. Ooh, whoops. They kind of just sound the same. I kind of like how you wait after doing it for so long. What are you talking about? Wait, what are you talking about? Using a bino? No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't have one. I wish I did. It would be really cool if I did. I do not have one. You wait to ask. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm silly. I'm silly. I asked way too late. I can like sort of hear it. It's not loud enough. This doesn't have the scratch power. It doesn't have the scratch power of some of the other things. This one does not. This one has a lot of like rub power to it. It's got a lot of rubbies. Anyone want some rubbies? Oh. Misa-san, thank you for the follow. How you doing? How you doing? I wish I had a binaural microphone. Maybe I should put up a. Maybe I should put up a. Like a dono goal for it. That might be a good idea. Maybe. That could be a good idea. There's a $400 USD 3DO binaural microphone with the ears and stuff like that. That could be a good investment, I think. Although I'm kind of scared to get it because I need to research how exactly it connects up to your PC, because I saw some info about it, like different ways that you can connect it, because like the audio needs to go through like a pass-through and stuff like that. I don't really know. Am I an idiot? Hold on 1 second. I'm just looking at something unrelated right now. So I'm clicking through some stuff. Am I an idiot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wasn't Girl supposed to be streaming today? Say Friday or Saturday? Today's Saturday. Odd. Isn't Mir supposed to be streaming? Did we get an announcement that I didn't look at? Womp? Womp moment? Tuesday is indeed Saturday. Your voice is so common. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Not yet. That's odd. That's weird. She should be live by now, right? Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, Misa-san. Hope you're enjoying your stay. I need to find like some water jars or something like that. I want to make water sounds. The most water sounds I can make is with my water bottle, but it doesn't actually sound good. Doesn't actually sound that good, I don't think. It doesn't make the nice bloopy sounds that I've heard some people do stuff. Blah. Oh well. Hello, hi goat. Welcome on in, goat. Ah. How you doing? It's so warm in my room. My room is like super warm. It's annoying me. It is super annoying me how warm it is. Doing good, how are you? Don't need to be shy. No need to be shy. Goat. Doing well. Been doing well. Been trying to fix my sleep schedule because I got something tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow. It's gonna be a weird time because I don't know the stream around this time, but 12:30 p.m. so EST, which is like in the afternoon for me, like lunchtime. So if you're in America, it's like morning to lunchtime. I have a collab with Violet, Gigi, and Vixaya. We're going to be playing some Unrailed tomorrow. Hopefully I wake up at the right time. I been trying to fix my sleep schedule, so it should work, maybe. I should set myself an alarm just in case. But yeah, I've been waking up early the past few days. And then I take a nap in the afternoon for like 6 hours, so it's probably something is wrong, because I don't think I'm supposed to take a 6-hour nap every day. Yeah, no, Mira was supposed to be live an hour ago. I don't know what happened. Very odd. That sounds fun. Yeah. I never played Unrailed before, but I have seen it. Unrailed looks super fun. It's a game about there's a train. Okay, so if you don't know what Unrailed is, there's a train. It's like a how do I explain this? Bird's eye view party game. It's a block game. Kind of looks like Minecrafty. There is a train, and the train is slowly moving forward, and the train does not stop. The train cannot stop. What you have to do is you have to cut down trees, mine rocks and stuff like that to build the track in front of the train, because the track ends too early. So you have to build a train track with your friends to guide this train all the way to the exit. And yeah, it's actually quite neat. It's a very neat game. I can imagine it getting really hectic. You're like, well, I need rocks over here. It's like, oh, nobody's been mining rocks and stuff like that. And yeah, I can imagine that. Oh my god, my throat. Turns out eating a lot of spicy things hurts your throat. The Unicode for the stream is for tomorrow. Not tonight. Really? Oh. Oh, silly, silly, silly octopus. She's a silly octopus, isn't she? On Saturdays today. That's hilarious. Wait, what is this? MCT. She got her days mixed up, didn't she? Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Sorry, I'm. Some of us in the community right now are at in another person's Discord server. A friend of mine. Actually, let's just shout them out because. Oh no, they're being dumbasses. It's hilarious. Yeah, there's a conflict descriptions right now. There's someone Mural she announced her schedule, and it's written that she's supposed to be doing something like an hour ago, and I think she mixed up her days. It's supposed to be tomorrow. We're actually shipping Nano and Kuro too. Hey, as long as they're okay with it, right? It's all fun and games. If they want to fuck, then let them fuck. But I don't think they actually want to fuck. Although, to be fair, you know, I have no say in this, so it's only those two that can say. Only those two can say if that's the thing or not. Susie. Sussy. Yo, who's fucking? Like, the two most say-so people in this community. It's kind of odd. It's kind of funny. You find that kind of funny? That like the two most say-so individuals are like, I don't know if they're joking. I don't think Kuro is gay. Although I could be wrong. So, you know, I'm just not gonna say anything. I just think it's funny that the say-so pair is comically a pair. There are say-so people in this community? Impossible, right? It's crazy. I'm trying to trick Susie to come out of the cage. I just called him Kuro because I'm pretty sure that's what they call themselves. Imagine fucking couldn't be Hebe. I'm sorry, Hebe. I'm sorry for you, Hebe. Hey, if you wanna fuck, then you know, bed's always open. I'm totally say so. Goat is say so. Goat is the most say so. There are say so people in this community, right? Not everything is all. Not everything is all fucking gays. Sometimes there is fun in games too. I just want Susie to talk to folks. Yeah, me too. Even though I'm just as much of an introvert. Oh, is this so the last time I talked to someone, I was like, "Ooh, cute girl." There's a cute girl at the cafeteria at my university. One time, right? And I went to talk to her. It turns out she was like 7 years older than me, and I was like, "Oh no." I mean, it would have been fine, but she showed no interest at all. There was like zero interest. I was like, okay, cool, bye. And I just kind of slinked away, and it was very awkward. It was very awkward. I was like, oh. It's like the Asian thing. Asian people look way too young for their age. I thought she was like same age as me. No, she was literally like 27, and I was like, oh my god. What the fudge? Hey now, you be fucks around. Maybe not the most, but I'll be up there. You're pretty, say so. It's okay. You don't need to be say so. There's no you just be yourself. Just be yourself. as long as being yourself doesn't break Twitch TOS, that I think you should be fine. I'm pretty lenient here. Nothing wrong with dating someone that's older. They usually have more experience or are more mature. 27 isn't that much, or is it just me? Easy for you guys to say. I only just turned 20 this year. It's easy for you guys to say. I literally only turned 20 like a few months back. But also, you know, it wasn't so much that they were like, 7 years older. It was also, actually, no, they were 27 at the point that I was 8 years older. Sorry, they were 8 years older. Yeah, it's not so much that they were older. Like that was a big part of it. I was like, oh, I thought, okay, wait. But also, it was more so like they showed absolutely no interest. I'm decently good at reading social cues. Decently okay. I'm not like the greatest. I'm not like Mr. I'm not like Mr. Society, Mr. Talkative, Mr. Knows how to carry a conversation like no one's business kind of guy. But I at least know when a person's just like uncomfortable and they just don't want anything to do with me. I'm like, okay, Mr. Smooth over there. At least I like to think so. It's sort of like a trial and error thing because I am very oblivious. It's sort of a trial and error thing. I pick up things after a while. I'd be like, okay, this one I had to look out for. I'm still pretty oblivious to them, but if I like think about it for a while, I'm like, okay, maybe. I just assume everyone around me is comfortable. Wait, I assume everyone or I assume Doug Dimmadome built the Dimsdale Dimmadome. I just assume everyone is uncomfortable around me and no. Hey, sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes it's difficult. I've got social anxiety, but like mine's is not the worst. I can kind of like push through it. I'm like, oh, okay, just try really hard, muster up courage. Right? It's not like super bad. I get real sweaty about it, but I got real sweaty and smelly about it. But you know, I can still, if I really try, I can talk to someone that I've never talked to before. But yeah. You talked to a girl? How was it? It went horrible. It was awful. It was terrible. It was awful. It was so bad. Thanks for asking. Works great if you don't look at my social life. Yeah, pat tier. Everyone pat tier. Tier needs the pats. Tier needs pats. Tier absolutely needs the pats. It's so silly. Hey, I still have Reishi emotes. Why are you touching me? Get touched. Get touched, bitch. Meow, 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 meow. E. E. Just E. Just like, hold on 1 second. Just. Just E. That's it. Only E. Oh fuck, I'm covering up Violet. No. Can't cover up the Violet, don't be. Let's put it like here. E. E. Whoa, you have so many pat emotes go. That's so cool. Pat tier. Yes, pat tier right now. Do it. Hubie can pat me down anytime. It's like the you know in Honeypop Double Date, Honeypop 2 Double Date, there's the girl who is she's a airport officer or whatever. What do they call it? Security guard. She does the pat downs. She does the She does the like when people come through. It's like, hey, do you have suspicious stuff? And then she pats them down. She gets really horny about it. She like pats people down, like starts fingering them. Is that what you're imagining? Because that's hot. What's Honey Pop? Honey Pop. Wait, is it called Honey Pop or Honey Pop? Because I know in the game, like the honey part of honey, is called honey, not honey. But I end up calling it Honey Pop. Excuse me, what am I hearing? Yeah, there's a girl in Honey Pop too, who is like a security guard for the airport, and she does pat downs and. In one of the scenes, she well, not one scene. In one of the scenarios, she's patting down another girl who you can date, and she starts touching her. It's really funny. Scene. She's like, "Hey, where are you touching? Oh, that feels good." It goes like that. Since when does a U make a ooh noise? When you put an E at the end, right? Logically speaking, if that was a word, it has an IE at the end. The E must mean something, right? That it'd be like Hanai Pop, which does not roll well. If it was Hanai Pop, it wouldn't roll well. Usually when there's E in the end, that means there's some vowel in there. That's I don't know what to call it. The vowel makes its own letter sound. Lute, yes, exactly. Yes, goat. Loon or lute. That doesn't sound like a very say-so game. It is not. It is the least say-so game. It is the opposite of say-so. Why am I compared to a loot airport security guard though? Because I feel like you would be a very good security guard, Hebe. But also you're Hebe. So I expect that as well. You're adorable. English is very weird sometimes. English can be odd. Womp womp. English is a weird language. Oh, I'm actually curious. Did Meryl ever figure out if she was going to actually stream today? She did. Oh my god. The mad lad. The absolute mad lad. I can't believe it. Oh my god. I can't believe it. It's so silly. Confusion. What? Hebe. I'm sorry for confusing you. Sometimes I don't talk sometimes I don't explain things very clearly. That tends to happen. I assume people can read my mind. Not directly, but like I assume I don't need as much explanation, and then people get confused because my explanation's bad, and then I'm like, oh god, scritchies, yeah, scritchies. I still need to find a few more different objects to make noises with. I like the scritchies, but I kind of want some like crunchy sponge noises. I don't have a crunchy sponge though. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly here. Some keyboard ASMR or something. I don't really know. I need to type some stuff. Okay, let me take away the E. And you know what? Fuck it. No, keep the E in. I'm just gonna make the E smaller. E is too grand. E is too big. That's not an E. That's a backwards E. Let's just put an E. Let's put E on my face. There's an E over there. E. Everything is E. 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 Thank you for the posture check. You know what? I'm gonna wait. Okay, hold on. While I do the posture check, I'll do a stretch as well. Oh, you're right. Minor E, not major E. E. Also, thank you, Folly, for the hydrate. I'm running out of water, so this is gonna be my last hydrate. There we go. Oh. Here, have some head scratchies. I do wish I had the binaural mics. I'd be able to do a lot more with this. Having the two sides would be really cool. E. Having the two sides would be really nice. I could do some cool stuff with it. But alas, I do not have 400 bucks to drop. And that's like the minimum. There's one that you can get with XLR, which I don't quite understand what that means. However, I keep hearing the word XLR running around, so I assume it's something good. That one's like double the cost. That one's like 800 bucks, and I'm like, what the fudge? Have you been hanging out at Shiri's, by the way, Goat? In a while. I was hanging out yesterday, and I don't remember seeing you. You probably went to bed or something, because it was late at night, and I don't think you stay up that late. Shiri was playing Apex. It was really funny. I don't play okay. I played Apex. I do kind of want to play Apex, but I'm not good at Apex, and I don't have a group of friends to play Apex with. Like a group of friends that would play with me and not get mad at me for being bad, because that has happened twice already. I've tried playing with some people, and they're like, "Why are you so bad?" I'm like, I've never played this game. Stop bullying me." Sad bear. I'm gonna take this away a little bit. The head one is like 1k to 2k last I saw. That's the expensive one, but the head one. Wait, like a full head. There are 1k to 2k ones. There are very expensive ones, and those ones are like super pro. I wasn't there yesterday, but I usually make it to Shiri streams. Want to play with you? Hebe, do you want to play Apex? Yeah. Hebe, you want to play Apex? Yeah. If you ever want to play Apex, hit me up. If you ever play Apex, hit me up. I'm usually free most of the time. Want to play Apex? You got complained at for being bad by friends? Not directly, because I'm too. Because the thing is, people don't like to directly say I'm bad, but they will. I know they're like, oh, I know they're being like, oh, Bear is really bad, because they'll like silently just not say anything about how badly that match went. And then they're like, hey, you want to play a different game? And I'm like, no, I want to play Apex and be bad. It's mainly the, hey, do you want to play a different game? And I'm like, no. Apex, though. I would play Apex, but that would require me to play Apex. That's a mood. Sounds like overthinking. It's not. Maybe the first part, but hey, do you want to play a different game? Is definitely, that's definitely Yeah, I don't want to play Apex anymore moment. What do you play as the characters? Um, okay, so I have like the first 3 or 4 or 5, right? The ones that you just have unlocked. And the only one I have, actually, I think I might have one. I might have 2 unlocked ones. I don't really remember. I know for sure Octane I have. So I have Octane, I have Gibraltar, I have Lifeline, Bloodhound. I can't remember who else. The lady with the smoke grenade. I don't have a lot of heroes. I haven't played very much. I think I might have 2 unlocked Pathfinder. I might have 2 unlocked characters, but I only remember unlocking one of them, which was Octane. Obviously, I should play Apex so I can suck ass together. Yo, I love sucking ass together. It's my favorite pastime. Are you gonna be able to play a shooter tier? Apex is pretty fast. Gay gummy bears. Sorry, I saw gay gummy bears. Sorry. I just stick to my lame video game instead of Apex. What's your lame video games? I'm not huge into shooters anyways. Yeah. I like shooters. I don't like very competitive shooters. I think Apex strikes a good balance. See, this is why battle royales are really like popular. Wait, hold on 1 second. Switzerland having a bunch of legends, but still not good. Hi, hey Dr. Glitch. Hi. Welcome on in, Maury. Yeah. Hi Maury. Welcome on in too. Hope you're doing well. Hope both of you are doing well. Welcome on in. For real world. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm sorry. Right. Sorry, I'm like internally laughing. This is not funny. This is not actually fun. My brain's being stupid. Hi for real world record dead. I know that's probably not what your name actually means, but that's the first thing I saw. I parsed it as the for real world record dead. My lame video games. I like strategy games. Hey, those are cool. Strategy games are awesome. You can say forwarded. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you. Hello, forwarded. World record dead. God, I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. My brain E. Do you want a mail cat mate so I can wait? What? I take payments in headpats. Mail cat mate. Pat. Pat. Wait, is that considered contract? Is that considered contract signing? I didn't mean to. I'll just give you head pats anyways. I don't need a cat maid. It's cute though. I just got some magic cards I just ordered. Hell yeah. I don't play Magic the Gathering, but I can see how that's exciting. Yeah. Hope you have fun with them. Yeah, it's really cool. We were actually talking, funny thing, a bunch of people were actually talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Like yesterday. And God, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is confusing. Normally when you have card games, I'm not sure if Magic the Gathering is the same, but usually when you have card games, right, they usually have keywords or something like that. At least the ones I've seen, they usually have keywords. Stats are simple, right? You really just have to know what the keywords do, and if something has like a unique effect, it's usually pretty short, like maybe like a sentence, maybe less. And then you have Yu-Gi-Oh! And every card has like an essay on it. Every card has a fucking essay on why Why does every card have an essay on it? It's so weird. It's so much text. If I want to know what my deck does, it is like I had to read through like 15 essays worth of pages of text. It's kind of crazy. I got a few cards I've been wanting to get for a while, but have been too expensive. Ooh, were you able to get them at not expensive? I won't be your maid or cat, but I'll be your goat. Yay, goats. Hug the goat. Pat the goat. That's one good-looking goat. No, tiered, not the goat. Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot of reading. Yeah, it is a lot. When I was a kid, I had some Yu-Gi-Oh card packs, which I opened, and I still have them downstairs. They're all the card. Okay, so to be fair, all the card packs are like all in one big deck. That's not actually a deck because it's like 80 cards or something like that. It is way too many cards. Just all stacked up into one stack of like varying different things and stuff. And I'm like, God, there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But when I was a kid, I opened a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh card packs, and I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot of reading. How do I play this game? I just kind of opened them to read them and look at the fun, cool pictures. That's basically what I did. That's weak stacks. I have one stack, okay? I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like a 4-year-old. I was like a 4-year-old looking at Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Just feeling like, hey, I can't really read that well. Also, the art looks cool, so that's cool. Oh my god, 200. That's so much. That's a lot. Hey, to be fair though, like 80 is like a little bit less than half. So a 4-year-old had a little bit less than half. That's pretty cool, right? Oh. I'm also happy that I got my new mic working with my voice mod. Ooh, nice. You got a new mic. Hell yeah. Well, speaking of voice stuff, do you do voice training? I'm curious. Cause do you do voice training stuff? Cause I know you use the voice mod to, I think. Wait, do you actually? I'm not sure. I never asked you before. I assumed you used the voice mod to make your voice sound more feminine, higher. But I'm actually not sure if that was the use for it. I'm pretty sure, but I actually have never asked, so I'm not sure. But have you ever done voice training stuff? At least Dragon Maid is in the deck now. Or is it really? That's kind of neat. I said that Yu-Gi-Oh usually has fewer turns than Magic, but each turn is forever long. Is that a yes for my cat maid offer? Sorry, did I miss something? Oh, no, I didn't. It's okay. I'll give you pats even if you aren't cat maid. If I have a rough estimate on how many Magic cards I have, it's probably over holy fuck, 2,000. Oh no, that's not good. I don't know what that means. I do use one, yes. Okay, so I assume. Have you done voice training stuff then? That's the thing. A while back, someone wanted to use me as testing for some voice training stuff. I am he/him. I'm he/him. I'm not. I don't identify as female or whatever else. I am 100% he/him, but it just I was just curious about it because like it's something cool, it's something neat, right? I want to learn more stuff like that, just for the sake of it, right? Even just like if I don't actually do it myself, I just kind of want to learn the whole process because it's cool. I like learn new things, especially when it's something that I know a lot of my friends are like doing themselves, and I just want to like, does anyone understand? It's like learning for the sake of learning the thing, and then also because you have friends that are like doing this thing, and you kind of want to understand them a little bit more. I've heard of Commander. I've heard of Commander. I was just comparing the standard format of both. Oh, just it's just more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Okay, but yeah, voice training hurt is hard, and it is. I tried a little bit of stuff, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I get you, Ursel. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing at all. I mean, I understood some of it. I understood the method behind the madness, but I was like, I can't do this myself. And this was during like spring allergy time, and I still have allergies right now. Don't know why. So like I like broke my voice for a bit. I fucked up my voice for a bit doing that, and I was like, shit. So I kind of just stopped doing it. Haven't gone back to trying any of the stuff. Also, I kept splashing water everywhere because one of the exercises is humming into a straw inside some water, and I kept splashing myself all over the desk and everything, and I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot of water. Which is a problem. It means I breathe too much, apparently. Well, I guess it's not a problem, but like it's just a side effect. Realizing that I breathe a lot when I talk. I think you can probably tell through here, but I breathe very much. So whenever I talk, apparently more than some others, I'm just like breathing like crazy or something like that. I don't know. I think that's a side effect of I'm pretty sure that's a side effect of having played trumpet and stuff like that. Maybe, I'm not sure. But you have to be pretty forceful with. I could just be the way I talk, honestly, but you have to be pretty forceful with air when you're playing brass instruments. Yu-Gi-Oh. Huh? Breathing is a problem. Hebe, Hebe, you funny little scamp, you silly bitch. I'm with Hebe. Breathing is a problem. Together, we can stop this. God, it's so silly. Using your lungs. This sounds like cringe. Oh my god. Not a bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll apologize. Not a bitch. Gotcha. I don't know, you're cute though. Cute bitch. I'm the bitch? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm out of water. You're the bitch. Rawr. 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 Oh, not that rawr. 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 Well, that was a weird one. Rawr. Rawr. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Turned to a fucking animal. Well, I guess I'm already an animal, but you know what I mean. You understand what I'm. You understand what I'm putting down. You're slurping up what I'm. You're slurping up what I'm spilling. Why is this Pahi? How does Pahi say that with a straight face? You're slurping what I'm spilling. You're slurping up what I'm spilling down. How does he say that with a straight face? That's so stupid. Does he even say spilling? What does Pahi even say? Smeagol, is that you? Shut up, Mori. Shut up, Mori. Fuck you. Not Smeagol. Wait, who's Smeagol again? No, I'm not Smeagol. Fuck you. If your diaphragm isn't atrophied by the age of 7, then you're like... You already were. Yeah. Right. You're slurping up what I'm spilling. Glue. Where? Oh no, we gotta clean up the glue. My precious. Oh, that one. Yeah, okay. Smeagol is like his hobbit name, right? And like Gollum is his, like transform. Well, not transform, but like his cursed name, right, or something like that. If I wanted to make a Smeagol impression, I guess I could. I mean, I feel like this is horrible for ASMR, but my precious. No, it doesn't really work. My voice is too crack. My voice is too destroyed right now, honestly. I can do a pretty good Scritch voice though. I can do a pretty good Scritch voice. This is my Scritch voice. Hello. Hey everybody. Hello everybody, hey Scritch. Wait, a little, yeah, this is really, yeah, hello. You're correct, not Lord of the Rings nerd. That one of Tolkien and this shit. You kind of have to push your tongue to the back of his throat to do his voice. I see, okay. Question mark. What's wrong to you? Is something right? O'Hannigan's family. I've never actually seen Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. Wait, what's the fucking... Is it actually called that? Stitch! Fuck. It's called Stitch. It's Stitch. It's Stitch. I don't know why Stitch. Yes, Stitch. I'm an idiot. It's Stitch. Hey, okay, see. Okay. When I stream, my brain capacity goes down to 50%, maybe 40%. I don't remember shit. I will say like, I don't know. Let's say Beauty and the Beast. Okay, I remember it right now, but I'm betting somewhere down the line I'm gonna say Beauty and the Beast, but I'm gonna call it like Busty and the Beautiful by accident. That sounds like a porn mag. that sounds like some H content. You fuck. It's Stitch, yes. How dare you have not seen the movie? I've just not seen it. I've just not happened to have seen it. Streaming causes brain damage. We all know that. Yes, Goat. It does cause brain damage. Temporary and permanent brain damage. Short term and long term. Booty in the Beats. Dumpy's so fun. I need to make my own Dumpy. I really need to make my own Dumpy. I feel like I really need to make my own Dumpy. But I also need to finish some commissions first before I end up doing that. I ended up making these even though I didn't finish the commissions. God damn, I'm bad at time management. Beats by Ted. No, not that. Boy, you know what? You'll be a vegetable in a hospital, just like Ninja. What? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me? What? Wait, am I not aware of some ninja controversy that I'm not aware of? I get it, I guess, because brain damage, but what does that have to do with ninja? I'm so confused. I'm not caught up on what the fuck Ninja's been doing, in ever, actually. I really only heard about him because Fortnite, and then, like, I didn't actually follow anything he did. Totally not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. We like Fortnite. You spelled night wrong. You know, I'm very sad they never finished Fortnite Save the World, because I was actually a beta tester for Fortnite Save the World. Like, actually beta tester. I was a beta tester for Save the World, and I was like, oh, this is a cool game. I'm gonna get it when it comes out. And I have the I have the Founder Edition, right? So I have bought it. I bought Save the World for like $30 or something like that, and they never released it. They never released the game. The game's not released yet. It's still not released yet. I very much not suspect they will never release it. I don't like Fortnite very much. It's actually, okay, to be fair, Fortnite's actually a really fun game. The issue is Fortnite's community sucks complete and utter balls. It is like 90, maybe like 80% or to 90% children, and then like the other 10% is like men children. I spelled night correctly. Spell. Merp merp meow. Hey Mad Lava. Hi. Welcome on in. How you doing? Oh hey Boga. Hey, let's go. The pair. How's the other two doing? You guys doing good? You should just say Steve Wilkin. No, never. I will never say it. I will never say it. Even though I literally just say it, I will never say it. Not on my dying breath. I'm dying. Dead. I'm dead. Shh. I'm dead. I'm not here. Not here. Okay. How the community doesn't suck balls considering the number of youths. You should probably rephrase that. What did I say? I tend to play games that make me hate myself, so Fortnite is fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. I also try and... No, I play games that make me hate myself. Never mind. Never mind. I'm the complete opposite, I guess. So glad it's rained today. It's starting to cool down. Ooh, hell yeah. That's good. Hopefully it rains long enough so that it cools down enough that you don't just get a small amount of rain and then just a bunch of humidity, because that would suck. Let it be long rain. Are you saying Fortnite wouldn't make you hate yourself? No, Fortnite would make me hate myself. I don't play Fortnite though. Although to be fair, hey, to be fair, Pahi has been playing a lot of Fortnite recently, right? They're playing with friends, and it actually looks real fun. I don't know, maybe it's just because it's Pahi, and Pahi makes things look fun. But it looks real fun. You play League of Legends. Yes, I play games that make me hate myself. Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, yes. It is a curse. It is the curse of League of Legends. When I play Fortnite, I literally hit someone to death with a pickaxe that then massacred everyone. That doesn't make me... Those things with friends are fun. Yeah, you're right. You can enjoy bad content. Uncle Pahi owes me bedtime stories. Does he? Does Uncle Pahi owe you bedtime stories, Hebe? You know, I wish I could tell those bedtime stories, but you know, I don't make very good stories in my head. At least not off at least not off just whatever. I don't know. Pike's really good at pulling random shit out of his ass. Pike's real good at that. Kinda wish I was good at that. I'm not. Probably? Probably. The only one I'm being ruthlessly destroyed and degraded. Am I having fun in video games? Degrade me. Don't take that. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. What's the most random? Bedtime story Pahi style. What would be the most random, like, thing I could think of right now. But like, it's very obviously random because he doesn't. You are a bear. I am a bear. I'll degrade you but only if you want me to. That is some power. What is that? God, that is some bottom energy. That is some bottom energy. Unfortunately, I see parallels to myself, and this is a problem. uh. I don't know. What's the most random bedtime story I can make for Hebe right now? What is it? Let me think. Like, one night there was a wild Hebe, and in Hebe's room, and a bear kind of broke in through the window, and brought with him three dumpies, shaking, and he scattered them around the room. And then the bear fled. And Hebe was left with 3 very shaky dumpies. The end? I don't know. That's not a very good. I feel like he makes really ridiculous ones. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard making stuff up on the spot. My brain doesn't fire like his fires. Wow, that story sucked. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's so stupid, but like also, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna read Mural. You know what? I hate. I don't want to be here anymore. Fuck you guys. Here we're. Fuck you guys. We're going away. Fuck yourself, bottom. Shut up. See you guys. Sorry, I don't want to be here anymore. Bye. I'm sending you guys over to Mural. I'm kidding. I'll do this later. I'll do that later. I do want to stop soon, but I do want to stop soon. Just not at that particular moment, though. Your story is fine. I'm sure anyone would be happy to have 3 dumpies in the room. Hebe lived, and then Hebe gathered all the dumpies, and then morphed them all into one big mega dumpy, and then Hebe had this one big dumpy, and and I don't know, and went to bed. I got real comfy with the dumpy, and then went to sleep. The end. Something like that. I don't know. If the story's boring enough, does that make it a good bedtime story? Hi Gaffadil. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back. How you doing? Bottom bear. Shut up. Shut up. See, Hebe, you have a mega dumpy now. And you're comfy. It's a mega dumpy. That sounds... God, mega dumpy sounds like... God, mega dumpy sounds... That sounds scary. that has like some... That has like buff imposter like vibes to it. The mega dumpy. What's the buff imposter? The mega dumpy featuring buff imposter. Oh, Boga. I end my sentence with nya, nya. Thank you for the nyas. I haven't had the nya now for a long time, nya. Trolled nya. God damn it, nya. Trolled nya. Whatever happened to ending soon, yeah. Now I gotta go nya for 15 minutes, yeah. God damn it, yeah. How could this happen to me? Yeah. I can't continue singing the song because it's copyright. Yeah. Groaning is a sentence. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't think groaning is a sentence. Otherwise, I could make an essay entirely consisting of groans and moans, and other suspicious sounds, and it would be valid. But I don't think I can do that. Could you make an entire story where the only sorry yeah could you make an entire story where the only things in the story are literally sound effects? Yeah. Specifically suspicious sounding sound effects, yeah. If you don't speak in complete sentences, that means you wouldn't have to, yeah. Ah. I don't know, I just gonna append it to everything. Maybe. That would be quite the essay, yeah. Yeah. Yes, it would. Yes. Yes, queen. No, I don't know what the fuck I just went. Oh, Kunari, thank you for the follow. Yeah. Oh, I'm actually very curious. Yeah. I'm actually very curious, yeah. I did do that very little bit of voice training stuff, yeah. Does anyone ever randomly think my voice passes over, into sounding female? Yeah. Just like randomly, like it just kind of subconsciously. I feel like sometimes I sound a little bit not as much as a dude. Randomly, yeah. Which is not a bad thing, I don't think, yeah. I'm curious because just sometimes, especially since I'm listening to myself. Yeah, harder. No, yeah. Ah. I don't know. I'm just curious, and I want to ask your guys' opinions. Yeah. Like what kind of sound stuff? Onomatopoeias, specifically. I couldn't think of the word at that moment, but I meant, could you make an entire story based off onomatopoeias in some way, shape, or form? I guess you really couldn't. Yeah. But what about a story that had way too many onomatopoeias? Yeah. Yes, yeah. I don't hear enough nyahing, nya harder. Oh god, let's go, nya. Goat, nya, 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 nya. Oh my god, goat's demanding you tonight, nya. Slay, nya, slay. Oh my god. You can't even go, that's rough, because that isn't a sound. Yeah. Oh no. I didn't really notice it. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think you sound like Ursula. Fuck you. Yeah. I guess everyone hears my voice normally. Except me. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know. My voice is much deeper in my head, yeah, than it is outside, yeah. I will say that. So I guess just to me, myself, I might sound a little bit, yeah. Hello, Dios. Give me the nya. 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 Bottom bear cat. Smug. Nya. I'm not cat, nya. No cat, nya. Only bear, nya. No cat. No cat. Shake my head. My headphones are going to fall off, nya. Shake my head. No. No, no. 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 Not cat, nya. I'm not cat, nya. You're a bear on the internet. Kind of weird to judge how your voice is supposed to sound. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that is a tall way to ask, isn't it? Now that I think about it, yeah. Yeah. Grizzly or polar? Teddy polar. I'm Teddy polar bear. Hi. Welcome on in, Dios. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah. Gotta fucking yeah for like 15 minutes. Yeah. The only judgment you'll get from me is on your sneezes. Yeah. I actually took some Reactin earlier, so my allergies are currently not killing me. Yeah. So no sneezes, fortunately or unfortunately, depends on how you see it. Yeah. AJ, do you go by AJ? Oh god, I've said this before. That's unfortunately. I've said this before, yeah. But it's always weird. Okay, it's always hard to see someone and they have a username, yeah, right? And then they tell you, please call me like Tom or something like that, right? Like maybe their name is like water shitter water shitter 42069 or something like that. Yeah. And they're like, no, please call me Tom. And then you're like, yeah, okay, I can try. But, you know, to me, you are water shitter 42069. Yeah, at least initially. And it's kind of hard to just like flip it like that. Yeah. Yeah, harder. I don't hear enough nying. Oh god, yeah, 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 yeah. The goat's aggressive. Yeah, help, help. Yeah. Oh, I meant to say Okay, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's called Johann Sebastian Bach the third. Yes, of course. Of course, Johann Sebastian Bach the third. Of course. Good old water shitter. Yep, exactly. I love water shitter. I don't know what noise I just made there. Yeah. When did that redeem go through? Yeah. It was 7 minutes ago. Fuck! I still have half of nyawing to go. Holy shit! It's the longest nyaw I've ever felt because it's like nyaw, nyaw, nyaw. I'm here to write great fugues and sick counterpoints. Hell yeah, yeah. Here, let me do some more brushing. I've been lazy on the brushing. Oh wait, hold on a second. Sorry. Master structure and tonality and polyphony. Yo, polyphony. I've heard those terms before because I used to do music. My name is Yoshikage Kira. I was 33 years old. Wow, Kira is old. Just realizing this. My house is in the northeast section of Moyo, where all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the Kameiyu department stores, and I get home every day by 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. I'm in bed by 11 p.m. to make sure I get 8 hours of sleep no matter what. Such an odd line. Daisen music nerd. Call me the big Kahora, the 6 feet under, sleeping with the fishes. Forget about it. Call me the big Kahora, the 6 feet under, sleeping with the fishies. Forget about it. 33 is not old. It's old to me. 33 is like another third of my age attached to top of my age, but like even a little bit more. Is that from an anime? You mean which one? The Okay Zoomer? Okay Boomer. Yeah, 33 is ancient. That's like 33 years. Like, damn. It's like 3 plus 3. It's like 3 plus 3. Damn, I'm dying then. God, we have an ancient person here. So ancient. So wise. Maybe. I don't really know. Sometimes the ancient people are not wise. Yoshikage Kira. Yes, that one's from JoJo Part 4. JoJo Part 4 is where that line comes from. Yeah, 3 plus 3 equals 33, right? Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, yeah. 21. Okay, you're fine then. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't, but that's not how you math. No, that's absolutely how you math, right? Yeah, right? You know, right? Haven't seen JoJo, yeah. Honestly, JoJo is a really good series. JoJo is a super good series, although it is kind of hard to. I'll be honest. Some parts are really hard to get through. I've actually stopped after finishing 4, and I have not watched 5 or 6 yet. It's not any particular reason. I don't know. I feel like, okay, number one, I don't pick up anime very often. I usually just read manga. It's much easier for me. But also, like, I forgot the nya, by the way. Nya. But also, like, I don't know. It's hard to pick up specifically JoJo again. Yeah. Don't know why. Yeah. I'm 20, but I'm still older than you, Ursel. Are you? Are you, Nya? I'm 20. Math is math. Yeah. You're all Zoomers, what the fuck? Yeah, Tyr's the only young... Sorry, not young. Tyr's the only old man here. Yeah. Get wrecked, old people. Yeah, sheer dab. I don't think I have sheer emotes. I do not. Okay. But imagine I sheery dabbed. Get wrecked, get fucked. Yeah. 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 I really wish I had the binaural mic. I want to scratch individual ears. JoJo is weird. The viewers always say this is good, but I always say this part is bad. Also, this part is bad. Never watched the part. But you enjoy the anime or not? Yeah. That is a problem with. Yeah, I think. See, okay. Yeah, that is a big thing. A big thing is part 1 and 2 enjoyers do not like the next like the later parts as much because the style changes so much now. Like the story style change. Well, the story style. Yeah, the story style changes. Like the world changes. The art changes. Yeah. But then at the same time, people who like 3 and beyond don't like 1 and 2 as much. Yeah, because there's no stands and whatever, right? So womp. Yeah. Imagine the ASMR potential you can look by now. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Maybe I should put up a goal, 400 for binaural mic. That could be an investment. Scratching individual ears is nice. Typoed, yeah. Thank you for the hydrate, goat. I only have a little bit of water left. This is gonna be okay. I said last time it was gonna be the last hydrate, but I actually still had some water. No more hydrates. I'm gonna have to end stream before I get another hydrate. That's just the rules. That's just the rules here. Yeah. Yo, I got a question. Yeah, what's your question? I almost said, what's your question, soldier? God, I don't know why I said that. Yeah. Gotta take care of yourself. Thank you, go. My throat does, I think I'll have to end soon, because my throat is a bit wonk right now. Just because I ate some spicy food earlier, and also... No, it's just mostly I ate some spicy food earlier. What about your Lex? What is the price? I mean, I don't know if I would want to do ear licks, yeah, but like, I guess it's not out of the question. I would have to test it myself, see if I'm okay with it, like myself, and then think about it. But I'm leaning on not sure. Yeah. Do I need to nya anymore? I don't need to nya anymore. Okay, no more nyaing. Okay, if you gotta go, oh, goat. But yeah, my throat kind of hurts, and I don't want to strain myself. I got something to do tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Hey, if anyone's around, tomorrow afternoon on Sunday, so tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 EST. 12:30 p.m. EST, so that's like after lunchtime. I have a collab with Violet, Gigi, and Vixaya. We're gonna play some Unrailed for those of you who are just popping in and didn't hear this earlier. It's gonna be super fun. We're gonna have a stupid time. We're gonna have a stupid fun time, and we're all gonna be dumb. Yeah, it's gonna be super fun tomorrow. It's almost in exactly 12 hours. So in about 12 hours from now. Oh, that actually kind of sucks. I should go to sleep soon. I should go to bed soon. I really should just go to bed soon. I should have gone to bed like a while ago, kind of deal. Oh, I meant price. I have no idea. Oh, I can't even lick this mic. This mic is non-lickable. It's not one. Wait, can I lick it? I'm not gonna test it. But like I don't know if I would want to do it anyways. I would have to see for myself if I feel weirded out by myself doing it, because I don't particularly like ear licks in general. Even when I am listening to other ASMR. And this mic is literally like it's a single mono mic. It's got a foam padding on it. I literally cannot get any closer right now. If I lick this, I would probably die, because I don't think it's good to lick foam. It's probably like how it's not good to eat styrofoam. Are you leaving? Probably soon. We're gonna go raid someone. I don't have any ASMR people on right now. Well, that's a problem. I might just raid Mural. Mural's quiet enough. Mural's streams are quieter than mine, so you shouldn't get blasted too hard. Even though she's like speaking full volume, but her streams are actually straight up just have less volume than mine do, so you should be fine, I think. You can lick anything if you try hard. Yeah, don't hurt your throat. Yeah. You should go to bed then, so that your brain awake. Yes. Thank you, Goat. It was a joke for making you uncomfy. No, don't worry about it, Deals. It's a valid question, even if it was a joke. It's okay. It's okay. You're good. I don't think you made Ursula uncomfy. Yeah, only Tear makes me uncomfy. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm kidding. Sometimes I do get uncomfy if someone's too forward about something. But normally I'm fine. Like there was that one time, I don't remember who did it. I don't remember who did it. One time was like, hey, you want to... Okay, this is a bit of a weird one. Someone asked, hey, can you jack off under your table? I was like, sorry? Excuse me? What? Pardon? Did you just ask me to masturbate on stream? That's a bit odd. If there was a scale of odd, that's pretty up there. Pretty odd. Do I ever make you uncomfy? No, Go. You don't make me uncomfy. You're good. Did you ever hear the ear picking ASMR? I did. Hebe, I did. I listened to it. It was good. It was good. It was real good. I did listen to it. Oh, Tiri, thank you for the follow. Why do I recognize that name? I feel like I recognize that name. I did listen to the ear pick ASMR. I like ear picking. So I don't like ear licks as much, but I do like ear picking and ear scratches. That's actually why I have so many brushes here. Because I like the brushing sounds. You baby bitch ass bear. Jam your tongue in my ear. Very cursed. Kinda sus if you... Oh, you recognize each other. Hi guys. I knew I recognized the name. I knew I recognized the name somewhere. I just wasn't sure. Hello Thierry, welcome on in. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm actually gonna end soon. But yeah, no. I got there was a I used to have a do something redeem. Do something was supposed to I used to have a do something redeem. It was supposed to mean like do something in game. But I didn't specify that, so they kind of assumed real life as well. But then they used it to do that, which is why I have taken out the do something redeem. It's literally that. It's because of that I took out the do something redeem. I used to have a redeem where you could like ask me to do something in game, and as long as it wasn't like too stupid, bad, then I'd be okay with it, and I would do it. Otherwise, I'd refund the points. But there was one where I was like, hey, you want to jack off under your table? I'm like, whoa, excuse me? Excuse me? It's hard without the VIP next to it. Looks weird to me. Yeah, someone did. Yes, this was very early on. This was early on. This is when most people were not here. Headpads work out. He really asked you to do something. Yep. I don't even remember who it was, if they were even here anymore. I don't think they are. I'm unsure. I can't remember. My memory's bad enough. I honestly forgot that even happened until I just realized. I was like, wait a second. That was the thing that happened. We're just willing to do anything for attention. Yeah. I feel like I remember. I don't even think it was like an intention. I don't think it was an intention thing. I think they were just like. I think they were just that oblivious. I think they were just genuinely that oblivious. Which you'd think would be weird. It's like there's no way, right? But I think the vibe I got, I think they were genuinely like oblivious because I don't remember them being a bad person. I actually remember them being pretty fucking like good person. I think they just wanted to fuck me. I think they just really wanted this dick, or something. I don't really know. I can't mind read, so. You know, actually square up. Square up. Get banned time. Get banned on Twitch speedrun. That's probably a thing, right? Get banned on Twitch speedrun. No one is that oblivious, Aerosol. You would be surprised. You would be very surprised. You would be very surprised at how oblivious people are. But yeah, I would take a gander on maybe the unlikely side, but you'd think so, but I don't know. I'm still such a nice person. No. I'm mean. I'm so mean. I'm like the meanest person you've ever met. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna go to read a manhwa. Ooh, manhwas. Sweet Home. Ooh, I read Sweet Home. Yes, I read the entirety of Sweet Home. I absolutely adore. Yeah, have fun reading. Yeah, have a good night. Bye. Bye, Dios. It's kind of gross. Should have forgot to follow. Yeah, thank you for the follow too. Can't read minds yet. I will read the minds eventually of all of you. I'll find out your deepest hidden secrets. It'll probably be something like puppies or something. I don't know. I will leave us in the say-so direction. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's being unsay-so oblivious is a pain in my ass. Because I am unsay-so oblivious. Tear. No. Goats to say so. No. Okay. Let's go raid Miro. We have an E on our face. So how about we do an E raid? E raid. Just E raid. Oh, you know what? No, not E raid. Just E. Just type in E. Just E. Just literally just E. Okay, this might. Nah, just type E. Raid message E. Literally everybody just type E as the raid message. Just E. Do what? Don't worry about it, goat. No, it's okay. It's okay. Keep like a 5-meter distance from Tyr though. You're fine. You're okay. It's okay, goat. You're good. Yeah, just E. Okay. Let's go raid Miro. It's literally raid message is just E. It doesn't even matter if you didn't call it raid message. You can just type E. Okay, let's go raid Miro. I would say be careful and lower the volume maybe. I'm pretty sure she's quieter than me, so you shouldn't get blasted. I think you shouldn't get blasted. Pretty sure. If I'm mistaken, whoops, I guess. Okay. Anyways, let's go raid Miro. Just E. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. I'm gonna go to bed soon and make sure I'm ready for tomorrow. Thanks for stream. Yeah, thank you for everybody for coming. Love you all. I'm gonna head out. Thanks all for hanging out with me. Can you confirm? Yeah, okay. Goodbye. Goodbye, Poga. Goodbye, Tier. Goodbye, Titty. Gaffadil. Goat. Hebe, if Hebe's still around. Volley, if Volley's still around. And I miss anyone? Dios. Dios left. Bye, everyone. Hydrate. I don't have any more water. Okay, see you guys. See you at Murals. Bye. I don't have water. I'm out. I'm out. I want the raid before water. Bye.